Today on Cyberbytes, I'm joined by Tao Colander, hacker turned practitioner turned founder, and is the CEO of Remedio, an Israeli AI-driven cyber company, recently featured in Forbes for bootstrapping its way to profitability. We talk about why she decided to raise funding after years of self-funding, the story behind the company's rebrand, and the challenges and philosophies shaping how Remedio scales and hires globally. Okay, and so we're live. So it's a pleasure today to be joined by Tao, who is the founder and CEO over at Remedio. Tao, pleasure to have you on. How are you?
Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here. I'm great. I mean, things are so busy, but I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see like the progress and that actually we do something that everybody wants. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I'm so excited.
And I know you've been busy, right? And we'll touch on some stuff, but there's been some Forbes recognition and other bits. So I'm keen to dive into that in this podcast. But before we do, for those that don't know you, Tao, and who you are, can you just give a quick introduction to yourself?
Sure. So today maybe people know me as CEO and founder of Remedio, but I would say my previous life or before I started this kind of journey, I had a few other journeys. And when I was a teenage, it was really, really nice. I would say maybe I was named a hacker, but I didn't really know what it is, right? So I just, all I wanted is to win some special prizes and to surprise my parents with some gifts, when I win on some games. But after I just realized that I was so good in one game and I lost, um, this is when I said, no way that someone, beat me. Like no one, no way, no one is better than me at this game. So um, I said, he must have been cheated. And if he can do it, I can do it. And this is how we basically took it um being a very naive to compete not against like people like naive people, but I was competing against other cheaters. And this is how actually we always tried to I would say always to be like in first place. And that led me into a place that I made my own $1 million before I was 18. And then just before 18, I also, as you know, in Israel, we need to go to the military service and to go to the army. And so men should do 3 years, women should do 2 years. And I ended up doing 5.5 years after starting in a fighter pilot course and then moving to some computer units. And I just realized that they just told me, like, when I needed to get my security clearance, they were like, okay, listen, stop helping your pocket, start helping your country. And this is where I did the transition of, I would say, like, from what I've been called the female version of Robin Hood when I win many things and I just share it to be like super, 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 like patriot, like love my country. And I took everything that I know and just, I would say, pretty much just build many, many good things within the military service and within the army that helped and still helping my country.
Yeah, I love that. And so in the competitions, are we talking like hacking competitions that you're winning when you're a teenager or?
It's not really a hacking competition. It's like to win on special prizes, sorry, over other
Okay.
hackers. So it was really, really nice because at the beginning, remember, you needed to write everything, like every single line of code. It's not like today when you have,
Mm.
some even, like the whatever GPT or AI that are helping you, or even before you had, I would say some operating system like Kali Linux that would help you, like to do things. But no, it was all
Mm.
you wrote, like the SQL injection, the HTTP injection, like the how to create your own, I would say malicious code. And at the end of the day, um, I mean, oh my God, I love to play with the bit and bytes. Like it was really, really nice today. People don't always know what it is, and they start way too high and with everything that's automated and already is ready and prepared for them.
Mm.
So yeah, I mean, like after some time, I did have like a group of people that we won together, I would say, or we made the money together.
Nice. Yeah, that's really cool. And then, so you had quite a period, you came out of the military and you were a practitioner, right? On the practitioner side for a few years. What kind of motivated you to go down the founding route?
Wow. So after the military service, I started in maybe a little bit of a low tech and then high tech. And I used to be at Dell, actually EMC, that was before it was acquired, and then they were acquired by Dell. So it's Dell EMC. And then I saw that the big organizations, um, they have their culture. Some people love it, but I wanted to go way more than that. I wanted to be way like to do things. I wanted to be heard. I mean, that's what I really wanted. And when eventually, like there is so much that you can do. There is so much you can do in an organization to, everything that you do will be affected. Um, and then there was like a part of me that said, I'm doing like I was in the IT before it was security, before it was cyber. So I started with an IT. So just imagine the transitions and everything. And when even these days, like you have whatever things that it's running, like whether it is like vulnerability or pentest or whatever, you have lots of reports that the security are sending the IT to do. So I was the one who got those reports and I needed to write everything manually. And like all of the scripts. And when I wrote my own coding, then I moved from one company to another with some adjustments just to do it. And when I went to EMC at the beginning and I told them, look, guys, I mean, we can make money here. I mean, like we can sell this software. And I didn't really care, about, taking whatever money, I mean, like personally. And I said, listen, there is something here. And when then they kind of they were dismissive, not in a bad way, because again, like they have their own business, they know how to make money. So I went to Microsoft, and then I went to other places, and they all said no. And that is what we say, the startup nation. And this is why I said, okay, I'm going to do it if you are not going to do it. And the entire way, people told me, no, it's a feature. No, no one wants it. No one needs it. And this what eventually was the thing that gave me the powers to move and to create my own company eventually.
Yeah,
So
I love the story, and it sounds like I can hear the passion and like the dedication in your voice, and I've heard that from others about you, which is awesome. And so for those that don't know Remedio, because you also had a name change as well, which I'm keen to dive into. What's kind of like I guess, what do you guys do? What's the problem you solve? And then I'll follow on from that.
yeah, and that's part of the reason why we why we changed the name. So you kind of nailed it in, by asking it. So Gitpol was like the combination of the three founders, Gilad, Yaakov, and Tal, myself, and then Paul, like policy, we validate, we do things, but what we actually do is we fix things, like we remediate, and we make sure that those devices are, like we give them the remedy. So this is why Remedio, because we every single module that we do, whether it is the configuration on the devices, whether it is the compliance, whether it is again everything that is about posture management, we have the ability to address it without a business impact. And we can even revert in case someone really wants. But that's the power, and that's why we're Medio, because it says what we do. And we help, like a lot of CIOs and CISOs, especially, when the board asks like difficult questions, we are the answer for so many things: the efficiency, the productivity, the automation, the remediation, the return on investment, everything we do.
Yeah.
So that's the name.
Yeah, I love it. And you have a quite a unique, I guess, story because a lot of the startups that we deal with, they don't really bootstrap. They just go straight into VC dollars and grow that way. But you guys bootstrap for a long period of time and had a lot of success doing so. So I'd love to dive in there. Like, I guess what was the decision making process behind doing that versus the VC route, and also why now? Because you've taken a lump of funding. Why have you gone down that route?
Yeah, it is an interesting question. As actually, yesterday I was on a panel on the Forbes that they recognized me as the next billion startup, which again, like I'm very honored. And they asked me also this question: as we've been profitable from day one, and everybody needs our solution. But I mean, I said no so many times along the 6.5 years of the company. Why now? And everybody needs to understand that being a bootstrap is very unique, is absolutely not common. And I liked it, I loved it. But I came into, I would say, like a situation, not a bad situation, but it's like I said, okay, it's either I'm continue to go like that, maybe something like that, or either I go like that. And you need money in order to grow exponentially. And people need to understand it. But you need to use it smart, okay? Like it's not, yeah, take money and then whatever, do whatever. No, take money and
Mm,
and manage it properly. You need to grow in salespeople, because think that up until almost 2 months ago, what we did is, okay, do we have 18 months of salary to pay someone? Okay, if we have it, let's hire them. And that is how we kind of calculated our income and our ARR and our actually money in the bank,
mm,
because I mean, bootstrap company cannot go in loss. The maximum or the level that we can go to is the balance, is the break even, which we never been to a break even, but that's the lowest of the lowest of the lowest. We cannot really go negative. So that's why um, continue with the approach of, hey, let's hire only when we can, only when the ARR permits, only when it was really, really hard. Think
mm.
about it with 30 something employees, we became double digit ARR. Profitable bootstrap, no one heard about this kind of scenario.
Yeah.
And I get all the time entrepreneurs, VCs come to me all the time. How did you do it? I mean, please explain, ta ta ta. And again, we feel so honored. I feel so honored. And it is really, really important. That's what people need to remember, that we have the ability to make an impact, a good impact, and to teach everyone. We took the money first because we can and not because we want. Like it's okay. And the other thing that you need to understand, that you need to use it smart, because right
Mm,
now what we did is we understand, okay, we have an amazing product, but what happened with that, we have a very small go-to marketing. What are we doing next? We need to hire. But who do we hire? Okay, now we have the positions, but I don't know them personally. So I ask some people in my community, and then most of them, they're telling me use a third-party agency like yourself. Why they are asking? Why they are telling me? Because it works. It's okay sometimes to make mistakes, but at least fail fast.
yeah.
And this is the way to grow your company. And this is really, really important that you can do it in scale. So by the way, since we raised like less than, like I would say like mid September was the official announcement, we already, and we started like less than 40 people, okay? And we are already going to over 50. We are around
Nice.
for 55 almost. So
Right.
you need to understand that our go-to-market grow exponentially. But again, we don't want to hire just to hire. We really want to hire the right people. And that's why we
Mm,
we make sure, hey, I don't need just a salespeople. You need to make sure, hey, I need salesperson that used to be working at ta 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 ta, because this is the best way for them to understand what we really solve, to talk to the real audience. And of course, we need a hunter and not a farmer. And but again, like the if we will do a good enough job by describe it properly, this is
mm,
how I can trust you to give me the best candidates because you will know exactly what I'm looking for and not just,
Yeah.
like picking them because I need salesperson. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's so many like really good points you make here. Just on that last one, I think, and we see it firsthand where someone doesn't really know what they're looking for, and that's really difficult as a requirement because you're probably going to not get the best results right. But when you're very like laser focused on the ICP of the profile that you want from a candidate perspective, it means if you are using third party agencies, right, they can be very focused on delivering you the right people versus just a range of people. So I think that's an interesting point. But also you mentioned the taking the money, and you had a massive raise, right? It was 65 million, right? And you're so right because the market's competitive and timing is a big thing, as we all know in cyber, and everyone else is kind of having those VC dollars. So as you say, you're on that really nice growth trajectory, but how do you get that like hockey stick? I think money is needed to facilitate that growth, right?
Exactly, 100%. Like, and again, make sure that you plan ahead because right now it's not only my company, I have a board. So I need to make sure that we are growing as planned or even beyond. And I'm in my personality, I cannot let people down. It's very hard. And I feel very, very bad about it. And that is why I really care about my employees. So we got around 7 offers last year, to fully buy or majority
Yep.
buy the company. I said no to all of them because we can do 10 times bigger and higher and way higher than the offers. And again, the offers were, believe me, were really, really nice. And I care about my employees that they definitely can get more. Now, not only that, back to what you said, when I was on Forbes, they told me, listen, if you want to change the name, now is the time. I mean, I was on Forbes, Global Forbes in again September 15th when the announcement, and they told me you are not going to be named Gitpol anymore because if you do it and then the other month you are going with Remedio, people will not remember what Gitpol is. So that's why we needed to change the name, and now we are changing every single bit and byte. But again, it's like it's taking a little bit because again, we are not a company of 100 employees that everything changes like that. We need
Yep.
to we do need to work around it.
Yeah, yeah, I love it. And you touched on this briefly, but I think that there's many challenges that come up from Israeli founded and based security startups when they're looking to scale across North America. Is there any advice there you'd give if you're speaking to potentially other founders that they've just taken a raise and they're looking to scale from what you've learned? Is there any advice that you'd give those folks?
First, fail fast. Okay, like it's okay to make mistakes, but always learn for someone that is, better than you. Always hire people that are better than you. I mean, don't be afraid to go to agencies and work with them, and because they will help you, but you need to don't tell them I need 3 sales engineers or 2 salespeople because it will not help you. If you are a young company with a founding-led sales, okay, which is okay, every young company should be like that. You cannot really expect that you will manage on day one like the top whatever people. Again, it's very, very hard. You need to understand what works and what doesn't work, and that's okay. But at least do it with someone. Don't find someone that, like his career, like he used to work 6 months here, 7 months there, ta, ta, ta. No, it's not a good sign. You need to work with someone that already had an experience of moving fast and again, like growing. And again, what you need right now is to generate more ARR. Then also don't forget that you need a pipe generation, but the lead generation, you need the channels. But again, like those will come after. You need to run and be in so many events, so many occasions with the right people that know people. Make sure that
Mm.
they have a pipe. Make sure that you manage them correctly and make sure that they come from someone you trust and with resume and reputation that people told you about. And like, by the way, what we are doing right now, if I may say, like we have the first hire and probably out of many because the go-to market, I mean, only the salespeople right now go from zero in or one in September 15th to 8 or 9 right now, only the sales. Okay, I'm not even talking about sales engineers, channels, BDR, SDR, etc. Like this is really, really important because we have a huge pipe. Now we need to double down on it, and we need the salespeople to have their own pipe. And that's why I always say, trust people. If that's okay to fail fast, you need first to look at yourself and to blame yourself, then blame others. Make sure that you know how to manage those people. It's not easy that someone from Israel can manage many people in the US. It's not easy at all. We have different culture, and that's okay to make mistakes and to understand it. But again, once you will manage a few, it will be very hard to manage all of them. Then you will have someone that will be ahead of. Maybe someone wants to already hire a head of and then manage, and then that he will build the team. It works as well, but you need to build the expectations and to work with agency that can tell you exactly and find you the right candidates and not pushing you, take it. No, wait, do the due diligence, and then magics happen.
Yeah, I think the trust piece is really key, like doing the back channeling and understand who knows this person and who's worked with this person, because that uncovers a lot of truths, right, that you don't see up front. So I think you make a really good point. And going back onto Remedio, so you've obviously had tons of success already, which is unique. What are you guys doing differently? Because you've got some major endpoint players, right, like CrowdStrike and others in the space everyone knows of. Um, I guess like could they do what you guys do? Like what's the differentiation there?
So it's funny when you mention it. So CrowdStrike are calling us the remediation arm. So it's like and Amazon, that is a shared customer for CrowdStrike and ourselves, like they are calling us their that we are the with for the devices. We know that we do something special and something unique. Again, that's why we have so much of logos, like from Kraft Heinz, Colgate Palmolive, Ascension Health. I can go on and on with so many Fortune lists. And it's not only Fortune, but to see that what are the verticals and what are the places that we are very, very good at. And that's where I say, like, definitely be compelling to something. Now we are going to build competition to some other companies, but at the moment, no one is competing with us head to head. I would say like head to head. And then one thing that is important to mention, it's not if no one can or can't do what we do. Eventually, there is no rocket science, okay? Like if you want, I mean, like that is why CrowdStrike has 10 competitors. That is why Palo Alto has, check, whatever, like you can just find one. But it's about the uniqueness and domain expertise of the problem that we do. And again, what I believe is right now, the announcement of the money, and now more and more people know about us, this is where we will have way more players in the market, probably in the next few months. But yeah, again, it's a very big market. Please, everybody is welcome. Everybody's welcoming to see how it is. And again, like are we greedy? No, but I think that we are better. So that's what makes us very, very unique.
I love it. I love it. And like I know we're coming up to time, Tal, but just kind of wrap this up. So like future looking, what does like maybe two parts to the question here. How do you see the space maybe evolving over the next 6 to 12 months? And then also what are the growth plans for Remedio? You've already discussed go to market is a big piece of the next like 3 to 6, but beyond that as well.
Yeah, something, I mean, I will wrap it up and I will do it really, really quick. But the world is looking for more remediation, automation, return on investment. I mean, that's what, I mean, they don't want another visibility. And that's why we are doubling down on that. So everything about the device configuration, again, that's why I say posture, compliance, build your own. Those things are really, really, really important. And then on top of that, yes, we are finally entering the vulnerability space because it is given. We are doing configuration. Some of it is, I would say, some kind of vulnerability. So we are going to do the vulnerability and patching and application control and a few other magnificent things that we are working on and will be ahead in 2026. And again, we are going very, very fast. Thanks to our domain expertise, and thanks to our amazing R&D, and of course the AI. But yeah, that's what makes us super unique and super, I would say even powerful, strong, and again, always think out of the box and listen to the customers. Whatever they say, we do. Um, Again, when it makes sense. So that's
Yeah.
all.
Love it, Tal. Well, it's been a pleasure to have you on. I love your energy, and I can't wait to follow your guys' journey because I'm sure the next 6 months or 12 months are going to be very exciting to see that growth. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. So thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to sharing this.
Thank you so, so, so much, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you, Tal.